I think it is part of a larger referendum on where our party goes. And I think one of the hopes that we had from the very beginning of this campaign was to move our political instinct from lecturing to listening. You know, at the national level, after the presidential election, we saw that New York was actually the state with the largest swing in the country towards Donald Trump, 11.5 points, and that swing took place far from the caricature of Trump voters, instead taking place in the hearts of immigrant New York City. And I went to those neighborhoods. I went to Fordham Road in the Bronx and Hillside Avenue in Queens, and I asked those New Yorkers, the vast majority of whom were Democrats, why they voted for Trump and what it would take to bring them back to the Democratic Party. And again, what I heard from them was cost of living, was an inability to afford the very things they recalled being able to purchase 4 years ago. And when they told me what it would take, they said again and again a relentless focus on an economic agenda. And ultimately, in listening to them, we built a campaign that was explicitly about making this city affordable. And I know that Jewish New Yorkers, like Jewish Americans, are fearful in this moment of anti-Semitism. They're fearful, especially after the horrific attacks that we saw in Washington, D.C. and in Boulder, Colorado. And they're fearful also in conversations that I have heard myself about life in this city. I spoke to a Jewish man in Williamsburg not too many weeks ago who told me about the fact that he now locks the door that he used to close, that he used to keep open for years because of a fear of who may come in. I spoke to a friend of mine after October 7th who told me about going to his synagogue for Shabbat services and hearing the door open behind him and turning around with a tremor going up his back, not knowing who was walking in and what they wished for them. And ultimately, it's through the conversations I've had with Jewish New Yorkers that I have developed a proposal for the Department of Community Safety that would include an 800% increase in funding for hate crime prevention programs. Because ultimately, we cannot simply say that anti-Semitism has no home in this city or no place in this country. We have to do more than talk about it. We have to tackle it. And that's what we will do through this funding and through this commitment. We will root out bigotry across the 5 boroughs.
As you're looking to kind of appeal to people or connect with people who are skeptical, what does that look like for you over the next couple of months to the members of the Jewish community, to some of these leaders who have been critical? What should they expect and anticipate from you?
They should expect my continuing to reach out, most especially to those who are concerned or who do disagree. Because ultimately in politics, too often, you surround yourself only with those that are quickest to say yes or quickest to already be in the same place as you, when in fact, we have to be able to navigate that disagreement and that tension. And I often think about the words of a previous mayor, Mayor Koch, who said that if you agree with me on 9 out of 12 issues, vote for me. 12 out of 12, see a psychiatrist. And I think of an elder Jewish woman who came up to me at B'nai Jeshurun, a synagogue on the Upper West Side many months ago after a Democratic club forum, who whispered in my ear, I disagree with you on one issue. I'm pretty sure you know which one it is, but I agree with you on the others, and I'm going to be ranking you. And I think that ability to understand that even in disagreement, it's still rooted in a shared sense of humanity, that is something that makes this city great. And